He makes himself so vulnerable.
And we get no credit whatsoever. It just disheartens me because the only thing I ever wanted credit for was the music. I never wanted credit for being a wonderful person or a great human being or looking peculiar. I just wanted credit for the music, but yet again that's snatched away from us.
And I think the police were actually out to get me, and they did get me.
But his unmistakable look made it almost impossible for Pete to have any privacy. The cost of fame was becoming too much to bear.
When you're getting followed around the supermarket buying lean cuisines and someone puts in the sun you're on a crash diet because you're too fat and stuff like that, it's like, oh my God, I can't do anything. I didn't enjoy a thing about my career. I didn't think it would be such an invasive thing. I'm not very comfortable with the idea, technically, of aging. I'll never look forever young, but I'll look as best that I possibly can, and I'll look surreal. I'm going to take the step in the next 10 years into surreality because I'll no longer look earthly. I don't want to look like a 65-year-old geezer, you know, and I can't really see it happening. I hope when I'm 80 that I get to heaven and God doesn't recognise me.
How are you, Pete?
Really nervous.
Show the man the love. Don't be nervous.
Well, it's kind of the first thing I've done for a long time, so I'm absolutely crapping it because I didn't feel that I was born in the right face, really.
And how old were you when you thought that was the first thing that was...
Probably about 3 or 4.
It's very young to
be
that uncomfortable with yourself.
Yeah, very uncomfortable.
But you weren't exactly working quickly and efficiently, were you? And it actually comes as quite a horrendous shock to me that I'm auctioned off like a sacred pig to somebody that I've never met when there were other people put in place to meet these bail conditions. I've never met this Peter Quint. He could be a fucking serial killer, couldn't he?
This could be anyone. If someone had put more bail up, I'd be going to their house. I was on the market, wasn't I?
But is there any way of checking that if he's... Because I'm kind of worried by the tone of his letters that he's topped himself. We're concerned, because this was his life ambition to have me come down and stay with him. And
Yeah.
we'll check tomorrow. Why do I always get the arse end of things?
The British public tormented me. They kept me in there like a laboratory rat. I had to keep the persona on, because that's what they wanted. To keep that persona on, I had a set amount of medications that I was abusing in copious amounts to keep myself revved up.
He was very up and down. He went between seventh heaven and the psychiatrist's couch.
I flipped my lid, totally, and I should have been sectioned under the Mental Health Act if I wasn't willing to go for help myself. But no, I ended up in prison because people were just seeing the image thinking, oh, that's what somebody who looks like that behaves like. I don't know, Michael was getting worried, and if he expressed any worry, I'd probably punch him in the eye. I mean, I had a knife at his throat, one incident, because he'd argued with me. I hit him several times because he would try and calm me down. I was in such a state of hysteria. And it's very painful to address these issues, but you know what? I'm not the only one who's dropped the basket. But it's a big one to swallow, that you had a big bipolar incident after your big break. And there were moments of lucidity in that period where I'd know I was ill and I'd want help, but there was no one there to help. God, I'm getting weepy on camera, stop.
Where did you go?
To hell and back. Oh, don't.
They look like.
Well, you know, sometimes they've been good to me, a lot of the times they're vile to me, and it used to really hurt, and I try and ignore it because I want to argue about it.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, I'm freaking out.
What's the problem, Pete?
Oh God, I've never been anywhere and had to unpack my own things, and I don't know what's in the suitcase, and I need my boyfriend to do it. I'm actually having a huge anxiety attack. I'm kind of like a hothouse plant. I need to be in my own greenhouse, and I'm out of it, and my eyes are dried up, my nose is bunged up, my skin's falling to pieces, and I can
do it, you know, but it's hard. So
Are things better now? Or are they...
In what way?
Well, have they improved from what they were, say, a year ago or 6 months ago?
Michael and me are building up a new life, really. It's a different life, and it has its really, really hard times. Because am I supposed to go back to singing? I don't really want to do that. What am I looking for in this job? I can't go and get a job in Sainsbury's, can I? No, but, you know, I'd really kind of like a normal job.
Yeah.
But people think everything I do is going to be so fabulous and glamorous, but I spend inordinate amounts of times doing nothing.
Okay. Well, look, I hope you find happiness in whatever it is you choose to do. I mean that. And that's the book for people who want to read more details of it. Pete Burns.
yeah, but Survivor, everyone is potentially a survivor. It's just they give up far too easily. You know, a survivor can get tired, let them sleep, get back up and survive. But there's really no reason for anything to break anybody ever. That's a choice, to let things break you.
You think when you say you bring up plastic surgery, you think there's prejudice against him for changing his face?
Yeah, absolutely. I meet that all the time, but fuck 'em.